Ringside, live around Australia, Michael Camellion versus OMARI KIMWERI.
Well, welcome back to our commentary position ringside. We've just been taking a walk down memory lane with two of Barry Michael's wonderful opponents from his glittering career. You were starting to get a little misty-eyed as well, Brad.
Absolutely, Bruce. Of course, I go back a long way with Barry, and I've watched him spar my cousin Lionel Rose a million times over at Jack Rennie's gym at Marco Polo Street in Essendon.
Number 28.
Yeah, absolutely. And he came over and I think it was 24. Well, no, 28 it was.
Oh,
right.
Right.
Yeah, and of course he came down to Festival Hall and boxed Famo as well, as we all did. And you know, that's one thing about the sport as we watch Michael Camellion all the way from the Philippines, the challenger. And of course, you know, it's wonderful to see guys that went to war and are still terrific friends today. That's what this sport of professional boxing is all about.
It's the great part about the sweet science, isn't it? The respect inside and outside of the ring between the combatants. Any boxer that's been brave enough to step between the ropes at amateur or professional level, we dips our lids.
Absolutely, and of course we've got some wonderful history in Australian boxing, and it was in a big part created too by TV Ringside. The iconic television series that went from the late 60s or early 60s right through to the 80s, and they created a lot of great Australian fighters.
And now we're watching OMARI KIMWERI walk to centre ring, carrying both flags, the Australian flag and the Tanzanian flag. Been an interesting career. He had a 2-year break from the middle of 2013 to the middle of last year. He came back with a second round KO victory. And since he had a stuttering start to his professional career, he's been 12-1 since he lost 2 of his first 4. Yep. And he's only lost...
he's only lost 3 times.
Yeah, and he's only lost in his last 13 has been that OPBF light flyweight title challenge.
To Shinono.
Yeah,
and
over in Japan.
Oh, yeah, what a good fighter, Shinono. And look, it was a majority decision too, I think, from memory, when he lost to Shinono. And let me tell you, I travelled to Geelong a lot, a split decision. If it was a close decision like that, there was a very good chance he might have got away with it.
Let's go back to centre ring and John
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to bout number 5 of the evening. This fight is brought to you by Victorian Digital Solutions. 10 by 3-minute rounds in the light flyweight division. They will be fighting for the WBA Pan-African title. Your referee in charge when that bell tolls, Mr. Ignatius Missilides. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Wawi Lalanto at WLS, an official weight of 48.3 kilograms, wearing black trunks with yellow. A fight record of 9 fights for 7 wins. Representing his homeland, the Philippines, ranked number 5 in the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Adrian Camellion. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by David Hegarty and Andy out of the Tarneet Boxing Gym, an official weight of 48.9 kilograms, wearing the white Adidas shorts with black, a fight record of 17 fights for 14 wins. Fighting out of Sunshine, Victoria, Australia, he is the current WBO Oriental Champion, OMARI Lion Man KIMWERI. Both fighters centering for referees' instructions.
Okay, boys, I want you to obey my commands at all time and protect yourselves at all time. When I say break, that means stop, understand? Yep. Touch gloves now and good luck. Good luck.
Ignatius Missilides gives both fighters final instructions. Bruce Eva with you, sitting next to the WBA representative in Brad Vicali. Now you've got both hats on, Brad.
I absolutely have. And let me tell you, OMARI KIMWERI, I'm a rap for this young man. He's a good fighter. Let me tell you, it's going to be a hard night at the office for this young man, as it will for Michael Camellion. That's Michael Camellion in the black trunks with the red boots and the red socks, the high socks. And Australia's OMARI KIMWERI, formerly of Tanzania.
And very popular here in his adopted country, his adopted city, in fact. A lot of support here tonight
amazing amount of support, especially from Brian Amatruda and the team at Big Time Boxing, because he's really taken a couple of these young guys under his wing, and he's really created a good fighter out of these guys. Cesar Ramon-Sot is another one, and he is something special, Brian Amatruda, who I haven't seen him here tonight, Bruce, but...
well, it's his house.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
It is absolutely jam-packed tonight.
It is.
And, of course, remembering these guys in the lighter weights, the pace will be absolutely frenetic. Very fast hands, light on their feet, and just combinations thrown at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
For those of you at home wondering what weight, they're 48.98 kilos, 7 stone 10 in the old language, or 108 pounds. And I think one of my legs weighs about that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a long time since either you or I were touching the scales that way. A little cheeky right hand there from Camellion. Just caught Kimweri as he was coming in.
Omari's got good fast hands, but the chin's up a little bit too high for my liking. I'd like to see that chin down, especially early in the fight. He needs to find his way a little bit because they're fast hands. And, of course, as you know, Bruce, all Filipinos possess power. And, of course, Michael Camellion is no different. Out of his 7 wins, 5 have been by way of knockout. And he's got a powerful right hand and a good left lead as well.
And he caught Kimweri coming in again at the start of that exchange. Kimweri answered with a little bit of interest, but it looks a pretty evenly matched opening stanza so far.
Good round, very close round. Fast round too. Kimweri now, southpaw. Swap to southpaw, right lead. Trying to mix it all up a little bit, commanding centre ring.
Just so competitive, these lighter weights, with the fighters out of Africa, the fighters, of course, of the Latino countries and the Asian countries as well.
Yep, absolutely. When you start talking Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, they are dominant in the weights right up until about, super welterweight, even up to middleweight. But after that, that's when we start to take over and dominate. Oh, Kimweri got tagged with a little right hand, but he had his own little left hook to the body, was a good one.
It's a lovely
he needs
punch,
to be careful, Bruce.
Left hook to the body.
Right, let it go, let it go. Right.
Closing seconds of the opening stanza. Set down for 10 with the vacant WBA Pan-African light flyweight strap on the line.
Fast hands by OMARI KIMWERI.
Hard round to score, Brad.
It is. It's a very close round because there's lots of punches. You go all the way because a lot of judges will go power beats work rate. I'm one of those guys where I think that work rate beats power, but when I travel overseas and judge, as we see some of the action from this round, there's that little right hand that
cheeky
Kimweri
right. It was a lovely little punch. And he was caught coming in, Kimweri, just momentarily stumbled.
He needs to just be a little bit careful of those punches because he possesses a fair bit of power. Just want to say a quick hello to Con Casimas, a good friend of our producer here tonight, Paris Pascali from Paris Productions. And look, you can see there the full house here at the Melbourne Pavilion. And wherever you might be around this great land of ours, I hope you're enjoying tonight.
And what a great job Paris Productions do putting together these broadcasts every time. TV Ringside back in vogue with Barry Michael Boxing, and it is the support of Paris Productions in putting it all together, which is bringing it to you on Channel 31 here in the Melbourne metropolitan area, down in Geelong, and across to Star Sport in North America as well. Second round of a scheduled 10.
That's Michael Camellion, the southpaw with the black trunks. And a very close, hard round to score in the first round. I think the more punches, the faster and the number of punches came from OMARI KIMWERI, but Camellion, the power was with him and he threw less punches, but he hit more.
And Kimweri caught again coming in by that right hand. So 7-2 the record of the Filipino, but he is on a 5-fight winning streak. So his confidence is high.
And he knows his way around a boxing ring, as all Filipinos do. Oh, he went to the body and missed with the right hand there.
When I say break, make sure you step back. Box.
Kimweri, very watchful. The eyes are wide open. Fast-paced fight.
Ignatius Missilatis, third man in centre ring, one of our more experienced.
Looking very fit, Ignatius too. He looks like he's dropped a little bit of weight. These guys are just 49 kilos.
Another good left there from Camellion.
Starting to command centre ring, Michael Camellion. Starting to just reach for his punches because the foot speed of Kimweri is very, very good. Oh, there's the right hand, just misses it. And Kimweri can see the punches coming very well. There, oh, it's a punishing right hand again by Camellion. I'd like to see OMARI KIMWERI start to move around to his left, just get away from that left hand, the left cross.
It's a sneaky left, and it's
fast.
Fast, yeah.
And he's aiming straight for the pipe. He's aiming for the chest, and he's going to find a home for it sooner or later. But I think OMARI KIMWERI is aware of it. He knows what he's got to do. There's a lot on the line. The prestigious WBA Pan-African light flyweight title. This is not the lightest weight in the division. The lightest weight is what we call minimum weight. And then we've got
straw weight.
Straw weight, minimum weight. Yeah, absolutely. You're on the ball, Bruce Eva. By golly. I know you're such a fight fan. You follow the fights, and you're always here, aren't you?
As often as I can be, Brad.
It's great to work with you too, Bruce.
Likewise, mate.
As we see Michael Camellion walks into a left lead from OMARI KIMWERI. KIMWERI straight up. Yeah, oh, gee. They've thrown caution to the wind in their efforts to be dominant, haven't they? There's that punch. That hurt OMARI. Powerful left cross, and now Camellion holding.
Another tough round to score.
Yeah.
Last 10 seconds of the second.
No, he's not phased by anything, Michael Camellion. That was a good round for our visitor. I've given the visitor that round on my unofficial scorecard. I have it 19 all on our unofficial scorecard. I must stress that. Let's see some of this action from round number 2, Bruce.
Another excellent all-action round, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely great vision. There's KIMWERI missing with his punches. Now watch in a moment, you're going to see. There's the little left cross. A lot of punches missing here. And it's just going to be up to the judge's position as to what they see and where they see it. 2 really close rounds. I've got it 1 round apiece on my unofficial scorecard.
And with the volume of punches being thrown, and there's not a clear leader in terms of taking the fight to the other. They're both prepared to stand there virtually toe-to-toe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you'll find that the shine will come off these young guys in about round number 4. I see this going the distance. I don't see it ending early. Scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds.
Round number 3.
So OMARI KIMWERI in the white trunks with the black band and piping. And Michael Camellion in the black trunks with the...
This was a hard fight to select Camellion for KIMWERI's first fight, because he hasn't been that particularly busy, and his only 3 losses were to the very powerful Ernie Gonzalez. That was early in his career. He lost to Anki Angotta on the undercard to Jeff Fenech Zuma Nelson here in Melbourne in 2008, and he lost to the very talented, very well-credentialed Shin Ono in Tokyo in January 2013 for the prestigious OPBF Championship. And so they're his only losses, but since December 2012, he's only fought 12 rounds of boxing in just over 3 years, 38 months, 4 fights for 3 wins and 1 loss and 29 rounds of boxing. It's not really the ideal preparation.
And in comparison, our Filipino visitor, very active. 7 fights last year, 6 and 1.
Yes.
The only fight that he lost was almost a year ago to the day, the middle of February last year, and he dropped a 6-round points decision to Jomar Caindog. And after that, as we said earlier, now on a 5-fight winning streak. So he's busy, he's fight fit, and he's confident, and he's giving OMARI KIMWERI all he can think about and then some in the early stages of this 10-rounder.
And OMARI at the moment doesn't really want to engage. He's trying to get in and out, trying to get his punches in and out. He has been stung by Michael Camellion, and so OMARI's trying to box. He needs to fight smarter, not harder. And he's going to cop a referee's warning here for just pushing.
That's your first warning. Don't punch.
Okay, for pushing the head down. Referee Ignatius Missilides, a very fair referee, showing no bias or no favouritism to the local boxer. It's great to see. There's the left cross, just missed, Bruce.
It's thrown straight down the pipe by Camellion on that occasion. It's real tit for tat at the moment. You take a turn, then I'll take a turn. KIMWERI now stalking forward.
Oh,
another head clash.
Come together. Gee, let's hope this is not going to end in a head clash. There's a lot on the line for these young guys. The winner of this looks like there's a chance that he could be put into a position to challenge Randy Peddleker.
Don't turn your back.
a fellow Filipino who holds the WBA interim world title. And if that can happen, that could happen right here in Melbourne. The capital of boxing here in Australia has been as long as I've been alive.
And a great fight being put on courtesy of Victoria Digital Solutions. And as Kimweri again was marching forward, and Camellion calls him forward. Says, I'll have a piece of that.
Counter-punching role at the moment for Camellion. He knows he's got the power, and he's keeping OMARI KIMWERI at bay. OMARI just coming in just a little bit too fast. He just needs to place those punches and slow down a little bit. I think that's another good round for the young Filipino.
Yeah, got pretty sloppy there towards the end of the round, but I think our Filipino visitor just slightly shaded that one, Brad Fakali.
Absolutely. On my unofficial scorecard, of course, I have a 29-28 in favour of Michael Camellion at the end of round number 3. Let's have a look at some of the action. See both fighters just missing. They haven't got their range yet. Even in round number 3, they're both. There's the head clash, just missed. Brushing punches by OMARI.
It has been quite scrappy at times. Neither fighters really set themselves, have they, to really unload power shots. It's perpetual motion, if you like.
Absolutely. They both got fast hands, and they're both maintaining the pace of the fight. It's a fast-paced fight, Bruce, isn't it? And I think that maybe they'll slow down, and then we'll see some real punching power when they do slow down and take their time to place their punches.
Although sometimes these little blokes, they just go like threshing machines for the full 8, 10 or 12 rounds. This being a 10-rounder. And the vacant WBA Pan-African light flyweight crown.
They possess a lot of stamina, these young guys. And since OMARI KIMWERI, he's a renewed fighter since he's linked up with Brian Amatruda in big-time boxing and the team down there.
He's on the attack now. Kimweri enjoying the best.
Just slipped there. That's a referee will let as a slip.
He's out of the fight. He connected with some good stout punches there before slipping.
Got a powerful body, hasn't he, Camellion? Look at the body, look at the upper shoulders and the around the chest area. Gee, looks like he's done the work. And Omar is a slim, trim, sort of will-o'-the-wisp type fighter, isn't he? But the power you can see there. Oh, there's a right hand. That's the punch that was the danger punch for OMARI KIMWERI.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
He seems to still have his equilibrium, but that was a good flush shot. He nailed him with that right hand.
He's got to start moving to his left. He doesn't need to walk onto that left cross of Michael Camellion. He's all business, Michael Camellion. He's focused. He's going straight at his opponent. No facial expression. That hasn't changed the facial expression on him at all.
He's stalking Kimweri around the ring now, who was clearly stunned by that excellent shot. Probably the punch of the fight today, Brad.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We knew this was going to be a hard fight. Brian Amatruda said to me, Brad, this is not the opponent we really wanted. This is going to be a hard fight. But if OMARI can't beat this level of fighter, then he's not going to have any chance against the likes of Randy Petal-Karindi, the WBA interim world champion, who was managed by Peter Maniatis here in Melbourne, and he's fought here in Melbourne at Malvern. And Petal-Karindi has defended that title, and he's a very fine young fighter, but it's time we sort of stepped it up and let some of our local guys have a crack. Camellion focused straight at that left cross, misses again. Body shots by KIMWERI. I'd like to see OMARI KIMWERI start to use his left lead. He's got a nice left lead, but he's not throwing it. He's just throwing, trying to throw a hook off the cuff or just 1 or 2 punches. He needs to follow in that. There's that left lead. And again, let's show it again. Left lead. Throw the thing.
Half a minute to go in the fourth. It was a scrappy right, which sort of caught Kimweri on the neck on that occasion.
And he just looks that little bit hesitant, Bruce, doesn't he? And when you become hesitant, that's when you're going to stand there and get tagged. Hands are right up by KIMWERI.
KIMWERI really hasn't been able to land a power shot of his own, though, has he, bro?
And he has got some power. He's got great hand speed. It's just not happening for him at the moment. Round number 4, scheduled for 10. Oh, nice punches there. I tell you what, that was a good end to the round there with the left hook and the right cross by OMARI KIMWERI, but did he do enough to take the round from on the judges' scorecard? The power punches were certainly with Michael Camellion as we watch the corner of OMARI KIMWERI.
Well, that last flurry wouldn't be the first time that a fighter's pulled a round out of the fire with just a late flurry in the last 5 or 10 seconds.
There is that little left cross by, right cross by Kimweri. He's looking better there. Punches in bunches there as he just loses his balance.
That was right at the start of the round. He was enjoying his best moments of the fight. Gee, that right hand.
There's the right hook. That certainly caught his attention. There, oh, you can see that great vision from our cameraman there in the slow-mo.
Get behind both these fighters, make a lot of noise, ladies.
Brilliant camera work from the team at Paris Productions. We head into round 5.
And I can tell you, if this fight was in Japan or somewhere overseas, they will give that round the value of the weight of punches more so than the number of punches, and they will give that round to Michael Camellion, 10-9. And that's what I've done basically on my unofficial card.
You've got Camellion winning the last 3 rounds after giving Kimweri the first. We must stress it is the unofficial scorecard, mind you, of one of the most experienced boxing referees, judges and representatives of the various bodies, in this occasion the WBA, and Brad Vicali.
Well, we can all get it wrong, and your best friend, and I do a number of seminars for referees and judges, not only here in Australia but around the world, and your best friend at ringside is concentration. That's your best friend. If you can't concentrate, then you're not going to get it right. You need to watch what's going on, forget about the corners, forget about the crowd noise. Just do what the fighters do, be focused.
The start of the 5th, not as much leather being thrown. It just gets a little scrappy. Ignatius Misolatis hasn't had to do a lot. This has been the one warning to Kimweri for just pulling down on the back of the neck of his opponent, but it's been a relatively clean fight.
And the pace of the fight has slowed down a little bit, and this is where we're going to see the fighters start to pick their punches now. They're starting to get a bit tired, the sweat's coming off them, and they'll take their time. They're not going to want to waste punches, so they'll start to pick their punches a little easier. We'll see if OMARI Kimweri can use that left lead, followed up by the short right hand, and then attack the body as well.
So lead to the body there from the Filipino, and then ducks out of trouble.
It is a better round for Kimweri. He's standing right in front of Camellion, and he's picking his punches a little bit better, Bruce.
Kimweri still looking to find something significant to land. He had those good moments early in the 4th, but he's coming up against a tricky customer here in Michael Camellion. I guess that's the thing with a championship fight, 10 rounds. We're not even at the halfway mark, so OMARI Kimweri, with all of his experience, still got plenty of rounds to get the job done.
It is a better round for OMARI Kimweri. He's standing in front of his opponent, trying to bring his opponent in so he can play the counter-punching role as well. And there is that nice little left hook.
Kimweri now starting to attack a little more.
Yep. And he's not, you notice OMARI Kimweri is not as mobile on his feet now. He's standing in front of Michael Camellion, and that's what's actually helping him find his range. He's focused now. He's going to find his range a little easier. Don't be surprised. He's going to just start to land a few punches now as he finds he's found his range, because he's not so mobile.
They certainly haven't had to go looking for each other.
Absolutely not. That was a much better round for OMARI Kimweri.
So the halfway mark, as OMARI Kimweri asked for the water to be tipped over his head. It's not too warm an evening in Melbourne. Temperatures hovered in the low to mid-20s for most of the day.
It's a balmy sort of an evening here, though, Bruce, isn't it? It's
well, a big crowd in, plenty of body heat, Brad.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, just the boys are sweating, and they need to take plenty of fluids as we watch some of this action from this round. You'll see. Oh, there's the right cross. There was some good action there, and he turned it around, OMARI Kimweri. It was good to see. He's found his range. He's found his vision. I think he's starting to use centre ring. He's starting to work off that left lead a little bit. And when he can do that, he's going to control centre ring, and then he'll make his opponent come to him. That's what he needs to do.
5 rounds in the books, 5 to go for the vacant WBA Pan-African light flyweight title.
Number 6.
I have it on my unofficial scorecard starting into round number 6. I have it 47-48 in favour of our Philippine visitor.
Who's Michael Camellion. He's in the black trunks, and it's OMARI KIMWERI in the white trunks with the black band. Originally from Tanzania.
He's now going after Camellion now. OMARI KIMWERI is going after Michael Camellion a little bit. Needs to be a little bit careful, take his time. He knows he won that last round. There's a nice little right cross by KIMWERI.
Camellion again controlling the centre of the ring, isn't he? And
yeah. The power of Camellion is evident, and Omar has had to just take a step back for a nice little body punch there by KIMWERI. Nice little right uppercut to the body. There it is.
Good
Two punches. Yep, nice over the top.
There you go. There you go. Box.
Stop using your jab. Stop boxing. Shoulder.
Got a very vocal crowd here tonight, all supporting the local fighter, OMARI KIMWERI.
getting plenty of advice from this big crowd.
Now, KIMWERI is on his bike a little bit. He's starting to use all of the ring. And now we might see where his accuracy will... And he starts to get tagged a little bit, but gee, there's some fast hands here by the two boys.
And Camellion was caught then, and he's just got a little sloppy in the last minute or so.
He's been tagged by KIMWERI. KIMWERI had the better of those exchanges.
70 seconds to the end of round 6. Very close fight. Hard to score.
And Bruce, another thing that takes it out of these guys, the Filipino would have come out of the Philippines where it was probably 30-odd degrees, to come down here and it's probably 24 or something degrees, and it's cold from their perspective.
He'd be nice and warm now, though.
He certainly will. Just looks a little unsteady on his feet, Michael Camellion. And this fight has just started to turn a little bit, because I can see OMARI KIMWERI starting to find a home for his right hand. And
he's knocked his mouth guard out.
And the mouth guard has come out as a result of that.
Go neutral corners. Time.
Left hook. Good, another good round by OMARI KIMWERI.
Just rinse it.
It didn't travel very far. It was the little left. There was a big combination in the little left. It knocked the mouth guard clean out.
He looks a little
unsteady on the legs, isn't he?
A little unsteady on the legs. He's been tagged a couple of times in this round by OMARI KIMWERI.
So after a fast start from our Filipino visitor, he is slowing considerably. And KIMWERI.
And how are you seeing it at home? I hope you're enjoying our coverage here from the Melbourne Pavilion. And Bruce, it's a really good night of fights here. Oh, beautiful left hook by KIMWERI. Short right hand, straight down the pipe. Finishes off the round very, very well. Wow, good round by KIMWERI.
Sensational round. And on the unofficial card of Brad Vicali, that would square up the fight. That was a wonderful round, particularly a wonderful last 60 seconds by OMARI KIMWERI.
Let's have a look at some of this action. You'll see the blistering hand speed of KIMWERI. The accuracy has started to come home now. He gets tagged with a little left cross there. But watch here, you'll see the left hook. Here it comes again, just misses. Watch this. There it is, the left hook there, and he started to shake up Michael Camellion. There's the left hook, and the mouth guard comes out.
Just volume of punches in the end, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yep. You hit it right on the head, mate. Bruce, the number of punches, the punches in bunches, it's great to see that he's turned it around, the young man.
So can Michael Camellion respond? He enjoyed a really good period between round 2 and 4. But OMARI KIMWERI has come on really strong in the 5th and more specifically the 6th. We head into the 7th.
And look at the focus on KIMWERI now. He's standing straight in front of Michael Camellion as he gets tagged with that little left cross, but he's all business now, OMARI KIMWERI. He goes straight at Camellion. He's at a...
For the first time tonight, it's Camellion who's retreating, and he's wearing plenty of leather.
He knows this fight has turned. He's found a home for his own left hook and his own short right hand.
Don't punch.
He thinks he knows he's got it. He's on top of Michael Camellion now.
KIMWERI looking fresh, bright-eyed.
He's come out of that corner with renewed vigour in this round number 7. Can he maintain the pace? How's the stamina? Looks very good to me. Hand speed's still there, the footwork is still there, the focus is still there.
break.
I have it all locked up
Thanks,
at the end
Omar.
of round number 6, 57 apiece.
Box.
3 rounds apiece.
Camellion just getting a bit of a breather here.
Oh, nice little uppercut by Camellion. He caught Omar with that. The power of Camellion is still evident. Never lose your power. Omari just needs to be a little bit careful. Pick his punches, take his time. Body shots are good.
Exchanged uppercuts and a couple of
Camellion
chopping right
now
hands to the
holding
side
on.
of the head.
Body shots are good. Good body shots. Turn to southpaw again, Kimweri. Body shots, he goes to the head. He goes high and low. Starting to mix it up a little bit. We see a different Omari Kimweri here, Bruce.
Reaching in then, Kimweri. As this momentum in this fight break continues to swing wildly.
And what we saw there is Kimweri step off the left foot, stepped in with the left jab, and then came in with the short right hand. The right hand just missed, but now he's not up on the front foot and moving and bouncing around as much because he knows he's found a home for his punches, and those punches are short punches, but he's got to find himself in range. Before he was in no man's land. There's the left hook again.
Looking a little loose in the knees is Camellion. And looking to hold a little more as well. He, in fact, gets the warning, as we said it, from Ignatius Miscellatus.
A little bit of bruising around the right cheekbone of Michael Camellion, and that's a result of that left hook coming from Omari Kimweri. He's certainly found a home. Look at the swelling on the side of that left cheekbone of Michael.
Half a minute to go in the 7th.
I think Omari Kimweri knows where he's at now. He's found a home for his left hook. He's found a home for the short right. He's backing Michael Camellion up.
Let him go, Omar. Let him go. Box.
Another uppercut.
Camellion now throwing arm punches. He's just reaching out with his punches.
Time.
Oh, and Kimweri just misses with him. Another good round for Kimweri.
So you've given him the last 3 to edge in front.
Yeah, he's found a home for that left hook in the right hand. And let's watch some of this action. You'll see it's all Omar Kimweri here as he's got Camellion on the back foot. He's attacking. There's a little short right hand that just missed. Now you watch here. I'd like to see where he throws this little left lead. A little short right hand uppercut. See, the punches are short. He's found he needs to get in close. Short punches, and I'd like to see him come in with the short punches, then step off that front foot. He needs to step off that front foot to give himself a little bit of room.
A couple of times he probably needed to step back after the initial flurry just to give himself some room to really nail him, to blast him with some real punching room.
And Bruce, now that his confidence is coming back, he's going to start doing a few little things like that. You know, come in with that short left, throw the short right hand, step off the left foot, and then confuse his opponent, because then he can come back with the left hook.
The 8th of a scheduled 10. Kimweri in the white trunks, Camellion in the black.
On my unofficial card, for the first time in the fight, except for the first round, Omari Kimweri leads 67-66, but I must stress, it's my unofficial scorecard.
Trying to pick up from where he left off at the end of the 7th. Plenty of lateral movement as well from Kimweri. He's got a real pep in his step now.
He throws the short right hand, just missed. He needs to get that left foot outside the left foot of Michael Camellion. If he can do that, he's going to find a home for the right hand, and then everything is all his. He can go with the left hook to the body, left hook to the head, and that's where it's been very successful. There he is. He's got that left foot just outside that left foot of Michael Camellion. You watch.
And Camellion's punching accuracy's really dropped off in the last 3 rounds, hasn't it? Obviously, his fatigue started to set in.
Fatigue and confidence. He's been tagged every time he's come in. He's been tagged with a left hook with a short right, because the tide of the fight has turned. And Omar, a great little thinker. He's turned to southpaw again, leading with the right hand. He makes the left lead miss, the right lead miss, I should say. There's the left lead, the left cross.
Just a well-matched fight, though, isn't it?
Oh, terrific matchmaking. I've really got to pay credit to the matchmaker here tonight, Alfredo Casana, and of course Brian Armatruda with this particular matchup. It's been terrific matchups here tonight. For the unheralded Alfredo Casana. And of course, Camellion gets another warning for holding. There's a nice right lead by Kimweri.
Camellion's got quite sloppy in the last few rounds. There's not much sting or crispness to his punches now. Kimweri
He's just got to stay focused. He's got to know. He's got to keep attacking, because when he doesn't attack, Bruce, as you said earlier on, he's just a target that he can be hit himself. He's starting to out-muscle Michael now. Michael starting to hold on. Michael looks like he's breathing very, very hard. Second warning for holding by referee Ignatius Missilidis.
In danger of having a point taken away. 2 warnings now, and he's quite fatigued, the Filipino.
Looping right hand by Kimweri, found a home as well. You watch this, he'll throw that again now.
Camellion acknowledged it as well. He said, come on.
He's missed with that one. Don't go wild. It's all OMARI KIMWERI now. He's turned this fight around after looking down the barrel in the early part of the fight.
Still a little wild with some of his punches. 10 seconds to go in the 8th. But it's another KIMWERI round.
Yeah, absolutely. Good round.
2 rounds to go, and Brad Vicali on his unofficial scorecard has OMARI KIMWERI winning the last 4 rounds to turn what you thought was probably a 2-point deficit into a 2-point advantage.
And when you look at KIMWERI there, look, his stamina is excellent. He looks like he's done the work. Get some water into him. As we see some of the action, there's the big right hand, that looping right hand. Just missed the mark. Let's have a look at this. There's the right hook that he got hit with. But he comes back with his own little short right cross. It's hit with that left hook again. There's that same from a different angle. That's some great vision by our cameraman.
Magnificent work from the team at Paris Productions. And all the vision tonight here from the Melbourne Pavilion, a sold-out Melbourne Pavilion.
Isn't it refreshing to see? And the sport of professional boxing is in great hands when you've got guys like Brian Armatruda, Barry Michael, and the team down here in Melbourne. They are clearly the premier promoters here in this country. They're doing a wonderful job.
Penultimate round, the 9th of a scheduled 10 for the vacant WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight title. OMARI KIMWERI in the white trunks and Michael Camellion, our friend from the Philippines, in the black trunks, as Camellion is tagged with a couple of solid rights to open the round.
He certainly felt them. They caught his attention. And that'll give KIMWERI a lot of confidence as he turns southpaw again. KIMWERI, very confident young man as he goes back to orthodox, mixing it up, confusing his opponent.
If possible, to see more starch in the punches of KIMWERI in the later rounds than in the early rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Took him a little while to find his range, took him a little while to find his feet. A difficult opponent, the young Filipino.
Camellion has certainly come to fight.
It has been a fast-paced fight, Bruce, and here we are in round number 9, and they're still on the balls of their feet. Gee, it's good to see the fitness and the stamina of these 2 young guys. Oh, nice crunching left hand to the midsection of KIMWERI by Camellion.
Camellion is stripped in magnificent physical condition, and he's really taken the fight up to his more experienced opponent. Of course, OMARI KIMWERI, 33 years of age, decorated amateur. Big 2-year break in his pro career, just his second fight back in his comeback.
And really, when you think about it, Bruce, you know, that will hurt him. You know, in this next couple of fights, that's actually going to hurt him. But the best thing he can do tonight is, rather than blow his opponent out in 1 or 2 rounds, is get a good, solid 10 rounds behind him, because then he knows the feeling, he knows the pain that he's going through that 10 rounds. We all have gone through it at different stages, and he's doing it very, very well against a good opponent. He's a good fighter, this young guy. I'd love to see this young Filipino back.
He's sticking at his task.
Oh,
he wears a left.
Straight left cross. Beautiful punch right on the button. There's the left cross again. KIMWERI really on top here. Not hurting his opponent dramatically, but they're good scoring punches. The punches the judges are going to note.
Blasted him with a body shot as well. It's another KIMWERI round.
Yeah, another clear OMARI KIMWERI round. And I guess there'll be a few relieved hearts here at the pavilion sitting around here, because it was hard going early times, and as I said earlier in McCall, it's going to be a hard night at the office for OMARI KIMWERI tonight.
Yeah, looked anything but in the first few rounds, as Once again, plenty of advice coming from the very vocal crowd.
Plenty of experts around here.
Just around us. Closing seconds of the ninth.
And it's a good fight here. I hope you're enjoying it at home, wherever you might be watching it around the world or around Australia, as we see the end of round number 9. Another good round for OMARI KIMWERI, Bruce.
So you have it, Brad, that it would have to be a stoppage for Camellion to pull this one out of the fire.
On my unofficial
leading
scorecard, there's the beautiful right hand, followed by the clubbing left hook, followed by another right hand, misses with his own left hook. But watch this, left hook, left lead. They wrap up. Let's see something clearer there. Just missed, but the left cross hit him. That was a nice punch. Clubbing left hook, clubbing left hook lead again. It's really got his range now, Bruce. You've got to say, look, you know, 3-point advantage with 1 round to go. He's got to win by knockout, Camellion. But let me tell you, it's not beyond him. It's not beyond him. I mean, OMARI KIMWERI is good on the chin. He's focused. He knows he's got this fight in the bag. He knows he's worked so hard to turn it around from round number 4. He, you know, basically lost 2, 3, and 4 as the boys shake hands. 10th and final
3 minutes. As Brad Vicali just told you, it took 3 or 4 rounds for OMARI KIMWERI to really find his range tonight. But he's come storming back in the second half of this fight. And on the unofficial card, believe he holds about a 3-point advantage.
But, Bruce, I have been wrong before.
Haven't we all, Brad?
Oh, by golly. Oh, nice right lead by KIMWERI as he switches to southpaw again. Both boys really want to make a statement this round. This is the best thing that could happen for OMARI KIMWERI as he starts to put some punches in bunches and makes his opponent miss. Controlling centre ring again.
Camellion calls him on again. Just love the attitude of this young man.
You wouldn't want to meet one in a dark alley one night, wouldn't you, asking for your wallet? I'd give him my wife and the car and everything.
2 minutes to go in the fight. A real crowd pleaser.
It's been a good fight. It's been a very technical, hard fight. And let me tell you, this fight wasn't easy. Both boys have fought it out, and they've really earned it. OMARI KIMWERI, if he wins the decision here tonight, he has really earned it. And that's the best thing that could happen for him, to get a solid 10 rounds, because that's going to put him in good stead for his next fight.
First 4 fights of the night all resulted in stoppage victories, but this one looks like it's going the distance. Just over 90 seconds to go.
Who will wear the coveted WBA Pan-African title? At this stage, it looks like OMARI KIMWERI as he puts a couple of beautiful little uppercuts together.
It was a thudding right, wasn't it?
It was.
Snapped the head back of
his confidence is sky high now, Bruce.
Mouth open now, and the Filipinos sucking in the big ones.
Just a wry smile from Michael Camellion. He's lost his way a little bit. He dug himself into a little bit of a hole after round 4. He's just dug himself in a bit of a hole and he couldn't get himself out of it. He's just held. He's just been a passenger for the last couple of rounds, going for the one big haymaker, and they don't work against good fighters.
Very appreciative crowd here. Down to 50 seconds. Ignatius Missilator struggling to separate the fighters. And no more warnings. So
he's been very fair, Ignatius. He's a good, fair referee, and you know, the fight is a close fight. You don't want to take a point off a fight because we don't know where it is. It's a good, close, hard fight. Yeah, we've got a good winner, but look at those hands of OMARI KIMWERI. The blistering hand speed has started to find a home. His accuracy is there. His confidence is sky high.
Can he finish with a flourish? 20 seconds to go.
I've got a feeling there's something going to happen right here. He's hurt him.
Really
look at this. He's hurt the young Filipino there.
He's loosened the knees. Big uppercut. Clubbing right hand.
Will he see the distance? I think he will.
Let it go, boys. Let it go.
And that break will probably mean that he gets home in one piece.
There we have the end of 10 rounds. 10 solid rounds for his leader. What a terrific fight by these 2 young superstars of the sport. That man, OMARI KIMWERI.
And that fight was brought to you by Victoria Digital Solutions. 10 rounds for the vacant WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight title. Brad, you'll be presenting the belt in centre ring, unless we have a draw, of course.
And I've got to give thanks to the WBA Pan-African President Stan Christodoulou. I know he'll be watching on live stream perhaps over in South Africa. So we hope that wherever you are around this country, I hope you've enjoyed that fight, and there's still lots more to come.
Well, Brad Vicali will be back with us very shortly, because his WBA duties now take him into centre ring as we tally up the judges' scorecards. If you have just joined us earlier tonight, Brent Moore stopped Matthew Smith 14 seconds into the second round. That was at the middleweight limit. Sean Thomas, 5th round stoppage of Sam Rogers. That fight was at the super featherweight limit. And then Mitchell Clark, now 8 from 8 in terms of all of his victories coming by way of stoppage. Stopped Peter Orlick, the game Hungarian, in the 5th round as well. And Jade Mitchell, a big second round TKO of Darren Allison. We've had our first fight tonight go the distance, 10 rounds for the WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight title. Another huge night here at the Melbourne Pavilion of Barry Michael Boxing, the beautiful Melbourne Pavilion, the venue run by Brian Armatruder, another big name and big voice in Australian boxing. And we're about to go up to our ring announcer, John Demicoli, as Ignatius Missilaitis has both fighters with him in centre ring, and one is about to be crowned the WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight
after
champion.
10 rounds of boxing action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges have scored the contest 99-91, 98-92, 98-92, declaring your winner via unanimous points and new WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight champion, red corner, OMARI Lion Man Kimweri.
OMARI KIMWERI, WBA Pan-African champion, to add to your long list of championship belts. How does it feel?
I feel great, man. I did the preparation for 8 weeks, so yeah. And yeah, feel very good, you know, because I look for these things for a long, long time.
OMARI, it's been a long road back for you, hasn't it? You've had a break for a couple of years, and now you've linked up with Brian Armatruder again, and he's resurrected your career, and now there's a chance of a possible world title shot.
Yeah, Brian Armatruder is a gentleman. He said, we're going to go all the way this year, so hopefully I'll get a world title shot.
It was a very hard fight. You won the first round, then I thought you lost a few of the rounds after that, but then you really dug deep. After round 4, you turned it all around. You found a home for the left hook, which was the dominant punch, and you slowed your footwork down a little bit and started to find your range a little bit. It took a few rounds to do that.
Yeah, it is, because, you know, I didn't fight for a long time. He been very, very busy, this guy. I look his box rec, he been fight all year, you know. I didn't have fight all this year. I have fight last year, only 1 fight, so that's the reason. But I'm pretty right, I'm pretty good, you know. If I got a lot of support, I'll win the world title.
I said with Bruce Eva during the call in that commentary that the best thing that can happen for you is to do a good 10 hard rounds rather than blow anyone out in just 1 or 2 rounds. So you've got 10 hard rounds under your belt, and that'll put you in good stead for your next fight.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. I reckon I need another warm-up fight, or if the fight is going to happen, it's going to happen. But yeah, I need more round, because I never fight for a long, long time for full round. That's my first fight in 6 years. So yeah, I done pretty good, and I want to say thanks for my trainer, David Haggart and Woody, all my corner there, and thanks for my boss, Bob Connelly, BDK Group and Hickory Group for all the support.
OMARI, just tell me, what did Dave Haggerty in the corner tell you at the end of the 3rd round? Because at the start of the 4th round, you really started to turn it around, because at that stage, you dug yourself in a little bit of a hole. He was hitting you with a few power punches, but then you turned it all around. What did the corner tell you?
He told me to push him on, you know, I don't have to go back. He said to me, push on, and I got hurt from 5 rounds, you know. I'm pretty slow, 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, but only 5 rounds, 6th round, I get more high, so I did it right, you know.
He was a typical Filipino, very strong with the upper body. He looked a lot stronger than you in the upper body, but your hands were that made the difference.
Yeah, he's pretty strong, man. He's pretty tough fighter. You know, he didn't come here for holiday. He come here for fight. So I knew it was gonna be a hard fight. You know.
Well, there you have it. The new WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight Champion, OMARI KIMWERI. Give him a big hand.
Oh, thanks very much. And what I'm gonna say, thanks for Tanzania community who come support me and my manager Brown Amachuda to put pressure on me to get me world title shot. You know, and thanks everyone. Thanks Hikori Group, you know, BDK Group, and everyone who work with me at the Hikori.
Well, there you go. OMARI KIMWERI. Give him a big hand, everyone. Stay with us. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
So there we go, OMARI KIMWERI. We're just seeing some of the action as he decisioned a very gallant Michael Camellion over 10 rounds to lift the WBA Pan-African Light Flyweight title. An all-action bout, a Filipino, very strong early. And then OMARI KIMWERI found his range about the 4th or 5th round and stormed home. And the judges gave it to him by 6-6 and 8 points.
So the winner goes to Spoils OMARI KIMWERI.
So we'll take a break and we'll be back with our semi-main event. Bilal Akawi against Isfan Zella for the WBC Eurasia Pacific Boxing Council Super Middleweight title on Barry Michael Boxing on Channel 31.
Against the Filipino superstar, Randy Pearl Karim. So Brian, tell me